After studying this module, you shall be able to know the concept of enthalpy and how it is expressed. Find out the molar heat capacity at constant volume and pressure. Learn about enthalpy of fusion and enthalpy of vaporization. Relate Cv, that is isochoric heat capacity, with Cp, that is isobaric heat capacity. Enthalpy. For finding an expression for enthalpy, let us suppose that at constant pressure, when state of the system changes, then the volume of the system changes. Suppose the volume increases from Va to Vb at constant pressure, then work done W by the system will be W is equal to minus P into Vb minus Va. Substituting in equation, delta U is equal to Q plus W. We get delta U is equal to Q minus P Vb minus Va, or Ub minus Ua equal to Q minus P Vb minus Va, or Ub plus PVb minus Ua plus PVa equal to Q. The quantity U plus PV is known as enthalpy of the system and is denoted by H. The symbol H is taken from heat constant. It represents the total energy stored in the system. Thus, H is equal to U plus PV. Since U, P and V are straight functions, then U plus PV must also be a straight function. As U and PV have dimensions of energy, then H must also have dimensions of energy. The change in enthalpy is given by dH. Differential of equation 3 gives del H equal to del U plus PV. From first law of thermodynamics, since dQ is equal to du plus pdV, therefore it will become del H equal to del Q plus V del P. Heat exchange at constant pressure. When the pressure of the system is constant, then the change in pressure will be zero, that is dP is equal to 0. Therefore, VdP is equal to 0 and dQ is equal to dQ at constant pressure. Therefore, del H is equal to del Q at constant pressure. First law gives Q at constant pressure is equal to del E plus P delta V, which is equal to E2 minus E1 plus P into V2 minus V1, which is equal to E2 plus P V2 minus E1 plus P V1. Therefore, H is equal to E plus PV. Del H is equal to del E plus PdV plus VdP. Del H is equal to del Q plus VdP. If dP is equal to 0, then dH is equal to dQ at constant pressure. Heat absorbed in a process at constant pressure is equal to change in enthalpy if only work done is pressure volume work. When the change is finite, then del H is equal to Q at constant pressure, where del H is equal to Hp minus Ha. Therefore, at constant pressure of the system, the heat exchange becomes equal to change in enthalpy of the system. Whenever the system exchanges heat at constant pressure, temperature of the system changes. Thus, from equation 2 we get Ub minus Ua plus P into Vb minus Va equal to Q. Incorporating the above value of Q in equation 8, we get delta H is equal to Ub minus Ua plus P Vb minus Va, or delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V, where delta V is the increase in volume of the system. So, some part of heat, that is Qp, will be used to increase the internal energy and rest is used up for the change in volume. Hence, change in enthalpy results in change in internal energy as well as change in volume of the system. For solids and liquids, the volume change is negligible. Therefore, enthalpy and internal energy changes are practically same for them. Relationship between delta H and delta U for an ideal gas. Since we know H is equal to U plus PV, then we can also write delta H is equal to delta U plus delta PV. For an ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT. Therefore, we can also write delta H is equal to delta U plus delta nRT. At constant temperature, delta H is equal to delta U plus delta N into RT. Here, delta N is a change in the amount of gas. If the temperature changes but the amount of gas is constant, then delta H is equal to delta U plus N R delta T. Characteristics of enthalpy. When the system is kept at constant pressure, then the enthalpy change becomes equal to heat exchange by the system. It is a straight function. The expression of enthalpy H is equal to U plus PV. For solids and liquids, the enthalpy change delta H is taken as equal to change in internal energy delta U. The unit of enthalpy is same as that of energy. When the system absorbs heat at a constant pressure, delta H is positive and the process is known as endothermic process. When the system loses heat to the surroundings at a given constant pressure, delta H is negative and the process is known as exothermic process. Enthalpy of vaporization. The change in enthalpy delta H when 1 mole of liquid changes into vapor phase at a given temperature and pressure is known as enthalpy of vaporization per mole of the liquid. This enthalpy has positive sign when liquid changes into vapor and negative sign when vapor changes into liquid. Thus, we can say that during evaporation, absorption of heat, hence increase in enthalpy takes place. Similarly, during condensation, evolution of heat, hence decrease in enthalpy, takes place. Water in liquid forms gives water in gaseous form. For that, delta H at 298 Kelvin is 44 kilojoules. Enthalpy of fusion. The change in enthalpy when 1 mole of solid state changes into liquid state or liquid state freezes to solid state is known as enthalpy of fusion. In the first case, enthalpy of the system increases and in other case, the enthalpy of the system decreases. The enthalpy of fusion for 1 mole of water at 0 degrees Celsius is 6.02 kilojoules. We may express the result. Water in solid forms gives water in liquid forms. Delta H for fusion is 6.02 kilojoules per mole. Water in liquid form changes to water to solid. Delta H is minus 6.02 kilojoules per mole. So heat of fusion of water is 6 kilojoules per mole and delta H at 273 Kelvin is 6 kilojoules. Heat capacity. Heat capacity of the system is defined as amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the system by 1 degree Celsius from lower to the higher temperature divided by the temperature difference. So, C is equal to dQ by dt. Heat capacity is equal to heat exchange upon temperature change, which is joules per Kelvin. So, SI unit is joules per Kelvin. Heat capacity at constant volume is Q at constant volume is dQB by dt is equal to del E by del T at constant volume. Heat capacity at constant pressure Qp is del Qp by del T equal to del H by del T at constant pressure. If the amount of the substrate is 1 gram, then it is called the specific heat of capacity. Specific heat capacity. It is defined as the heat needed to cause a unit rise in the temperature of a unit mass of a substance. It is denoted by S. Its SI unit is joules per Kelvin per kilogram. Molar heat capacity. It is defined as the heat needed to cause a unit rise in the temperature of 1 mole of a substance. Molar heat capacity is denoted by Cm. Thus, molar heat capacity of the system between temperature T1 and T2 will be expressed as C is equal to Q upon T2 minus T1. Since the heat capacity is function of temperature, hence the true molar heat capacity is defined by the differential equation C is equal to dq by dt. Molar heat capacity of a gaseous system at constant volume. In this case, no external work is done by the system or on the system, that is W is equal to 0. Since volume of the system is kept constant, hence first law of equation becomes Q is equal to delta U. Cv T2 minus T1 is equal to Q upon T2 minus T1 at constant volume is equal to delta U upon T2 minus T1 at constant volume, or Cv is equal to del U by del T at constant volume. The heat capacity is also known as isochoric heat capacity. Molar heat capacity of a system at constant pressure. There will be change of volume and hence some work will be done when the system is kept at constant pressure. Suppose the volume increases by delta V. The work done is W. Then from first law of equation, Q is equal to delta U minus W and Cp is equal to Q upon T2 minus T1 at constant pressure. Since the volume of system increases, it states that the work is done by the system on the surroundings. Therefore, by sign convention, W will be negative. Hence, W is equal to minus P dV. Q is equal to delta U minus of P delta V, which is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Cp is equal to delta U plus P delta V upon T2 minus T1 at constant pressure would be equal to delta H upon T2 minus T1 at constant pressure. Or we can say that Cp is equal to delta H by delta T at constant pressure. The molar heat capacity of a gaseous system of mass 1 mole at constant volume is defined as the increase in internal energy of the system per degree rise of temperature. This heat capacity at constant pressure is defined as the increase in enthalpy of the system per degree rise of temperature. This is also known as isobaric heat capacity. Relationship between Cp and Cv. When a gas is heated without making change in its volume, then no internal work is done by the gas. Therefore, all the heat which is supplied to the gas is used in increasing internal energy. Thus, if there is rise in temperature of 1 mole of the gas through 1 degree Celsius, the increase in its internal energy itself gives the molar heat capacity at constant volume. However, when heating of gas is done under constant pressure conditions, there will be increase in the volume of the gas, that is, the gas will expand and do some external work. Therefore, some extra heat must be supplied so that gas can perform this external work. Hence, molar heat capacity of the gas at constant pressure must be greater than at constant volume. That is, Cp must be greater than Cv. The difference between these two quantities gives the work done by 1 mole of the gas in expansion when heated through 1 degree Celsius at constant pressure. The Cp minus Cv is equal to work done by 1 mole of gas in expansion when heated through 1 degree Celsius at constant pressure. We can find this difference by approach. Thermodynamically, we know that H is equal to U plus PV. Therefore, delta H is equal to delta U plus delta PV. For an ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT. Therefore, substituting this, we get delta H is equal to delta U plus delta nRT. But R and N are constant terms, thereby above equation can be written as delta H is equal to delta U plus nR delta T. Using the relations of delta H and delta U in terms of specific heat, Cp delta T is equal to Cv delta T plus nR delta T. Cp is equal to Cv plus nR, or Cp minus Cv is equal to nR. Dividing the equation by n, we get Cpm minus Cvm is equal to R. Thus, the difference between the molar heat capacity of gas at constant pressure and at constant volume is equal to gas constant R. The direction of a particular spontaneous transformation can be ascertained with the help of second law of thermodynamics, which is not predicted by the first law of thermodynamics. Summary. Enthalpy represents the total energy stored in the system. When the system is kept at constant pressure, then the enthalpy change becomes equal to the heat exchange by the system. It is expressed by H is equal to U plus PV. The change in enthalpy delta H when liquid state changes into vapor state or when vapor changes into liquid state is known as enthalpy of vaporization. The change in enthalpy when solid state changes into liquid state or liquid state freezes to solid state is known as enthalpy of fusion. Molar heat capacity is defined as the heat needed to cause a unit rise in temperature of 1 mole of the substance. Molar heat capacity at constant volume is given by Cv is equal to del U by del T at constant volume. Molar heat capacity at constant pressure is given by Cp is equal to del H by del T at constant pressure. The relation between Cv and Cp is Cpm minus Cvm is equal to R, that is gas constant.